Hi, in this clip I'm going to go through the fourth piece in the grade 5 Rockschool syllabus for 2000 to 2018 piece, Tiberius. What I'll do is I'll play through the piece first of all, along with the backing track. I'll then give you a few pointers about getting the sounds and techniques you need to look out for when you're performing the piece. I'll then play it a second time with the backing track slowed down about sort of 15-20%. So you've got a slightly easier version to play along with. And finally I'll play it a third time, but with my own volume turned down completely, so you've got a visual reference of where you should be in the song, but a slowed down backing track you can practice along with. So this is Tiberius.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, right, first section, well, I'll tell you what, let me talk about sound first of all. Now, there's two very distinct different tones used in this piece, so you're going to need an amp with some sort of channel switching or a distortion pedal that you can turn on and off. So you need a nice bright clean sound for the first section, and then you need to be able to turn on the overdrive for the next section. Okay, so you're going to need some sort of channel switching. For the clean sound, plenty of mid-range, plenty of top, maybe a little bit of chorus. As long as it sounds quite sweet and pingy, that's the key. Now, the actual technical part of playing the first section's pretty straightforward, really. You're starting off with basically a little lick based around an E minor chord, so just a couple of little hammer-ons there. Watch out for the articulation markings. So you've got a hammer on there, then you slide. Section, you're going from a G to an A minor, so you're fretting the bottom part of the G chord, then your open A, then two 12 fret harmonics, and kind of let those strings ring together so it's nice and warm. So you've still got that open A string hanging underneath the two harmonics. All pretty straightforward there. What else have we got? Anything new under there? Oh yeah, the last section before you go into the distorted section where the next sort of heavy riff comes in, you've got a diminished chord in there. So it's a bit of a weird finger. It may not be one that you've come across before. So you actually get the first fret on your A string, then your E note, then your open G string. So maybe a little little bit strange, but it is right. It's actually supposed to sound a little bit clashy there. Right, okay, let's look at the distorted section now. So you've got partial bend for starters, so you've got quarter step bend. So what you need to do is that first G note there, make sure you pull it down slightly so it goes a little bit sharp. And you've got palm muted notes in between the bends. So you want a muted E string, then the bend and let that jump out, then another muted note. Now, a lot of people that I've taught this to tend to miss out one of the first note on beat 4 of that bar, okay? So make sure you actually get that note in there. So you should end up with, okay, not. You've got to get that extra note in there. Then you've got the weird section where it comes in where you've got the 2-4 bar coming. That can kind of catch you out, particularly when you come to do the solo section, because all of a sudden you lose 2 beats, so your phrasing might kind of run over into the next bar if you're not ready for that 2-4 bar. So when you come to those little chords there, what you ideally want to do is be in the 4th position and start with your 2nd finger and little finger to fret the D5th power chord. Then your 3rd and 2nd finger, both at the 5th fret, followed by your 1st and 2nd finger. So let me just play through that section now so you can hear how that's supposed to fit together with those muted notes. And back round again. Second time it's a 4-4 bar, so you actually use the same fingering technique but moving from the 4th position to the 2nd position. Okay, we then back to the start again for the clean section, so you're going to make sure you turn your overdrive off, so you're back to the nice clean section again. Now, second time you've gone through that and you come back to the palm muted heavy section, you've got your guitar solo, okay? So the main thing you've got to look out for when you're actually playing this piece is that 2-4 bar stuck in the middle. It can really throw your phrasing out and you lose track of where you are in the bar. So always try and count through in your head and listen out for that 2-4 bar in the middle there. Now from the point of view of scales and things to use, it's obviously E minor, so the good old pentatonic scale will fit fine. Now the actual riff is based around a pentatonic scale as well, so you can actually play the start of the riff as your kind of head, if you like, for your solo using the pentatonic scale at the 12th fret. And it'll give a kind of continuity, and the phrasing will match in quite nicely with the rest of the riff. And then you can add a few extra bends and things to it. Now, I think when I went through it, I actually used a couple of harmonics to really emphasise those two, the 2-4 bar. Just did a bit of noise for 2 beats. But also what I recommend you try and do in this one is, rather than just sticking religiously to 1-point pentatonic scale kind of noodlings, try and move around the neck a little bit and make sure it's not all fixed in one position. So try, as well as playing a pentatonic scale, try maybe a full minor scale. And even moving to different positions. So you're moving around the neck a bit. Right, let's have a look at the fast section now. Right, at the end of the solo it goes into the double time section. Now, although the phrasing at the start of each pattern is the same, the end is always different, so watch out for that. So, first time round, I'll play it nice and slowly first of all. Does that twice. Second one, you've got a different chord at the end there. So the first section is the same. Then you've got a B flat stuck on the end. And the next section of it, you're dropping down from B flat to A to G. Right, then you're moving up to F sharp. So what I recommend you do here is make sure you keep your third finger actually at the fourth fret on the A string, and then just do the hammer on with your first finger. Now, nice little very Metallica inspired lick here, so you've got moving chromatically down the A string. So remember, finger per fret rule, starting at the second fret, little finger, back to the F sharp, third finger, second finger, first finger, open string. Okay, what have we got next? Right, second time through, you've got the same F sharp section again. Then we've got a nice little run with two long triplets at the end. So you've got to get that as tight as you can and keep the palm muting going as well. So now, another thing you've probably noticed is you probably think that's easier to play that section using alternate picking. Like that. But in order to make it sound really staccato, I'd recommend you play pretty much this entire piece all downstroke, so it's really staccato. So again, with that single line phrase, do it all downstroke. Right, section F, the last bit here. Now there's actually some quite fast position shifts here, but they're not too hard once you get used to them, as long as you know where you're aiming towards. So we're starting off just an E5 power chord, heavily palm muted, up to an E5, the octave above, with some glissando, then the power chord again, back to that little D section, and again. Reverses and you get the 16th notes at the start. There you go. Right, I'll play through it a second time now with it slowed down about 20%.
Tiberius. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tiberius. Right, okay, I'll play it for the third time now, but this time with my own volume turned right down.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright. Diminished draw in the heavy bit. Bar. This time 4/4. Back to the start. Okay, guitar solo. Two, 4 bar, 1, 2. Sharp bit. There we go. Hopefully that's some help.